hello, we're doing the Windows 11 stuff, and today we're gonna make music, so the first thing we're gonna do is make music.
And that's still not all. The arcade cabinets reference everything from the original novel trilogy to the Fazbear Fright stories. In this one game, you get not only one, but two versions of William Afton, Glitch Trap and Bird Trap. You have all the versions of pretty much all the important characters throughout the franchise. So in a title that seemingly references every other important corner of FNAF lore, where's our golden boy Freddy? Well, he's there. He's hiding in plain sight, right here, inside the Princess Quest arcade games. The princess is, quite literally, Golden Freddy. Or, to be entirely accurate, it's actually the spirit of Cassidy inside the arcade game. I know, it seems crazy, right? And while I could try to bury the lead here and straighten this whole thing out, I'm not. There's just too much to talk about. We know that this is Golden Freddy because it's coming straight out of the horse's mouth. I guess it's the sheep's mouth because it's Stone Studios. Anyway, if you dive into the game files, there's a character sprite folder labeled Cassidy. Open it up and what do you find? The princess. Now, I gotta be honest, that alone didn't convince me. Sure, it is a huge deal, and obviously the golden color of the princess is a direct connection back to everyone's favorite yellow bear, but this is also a series that's used the name Jeremy in, like, what, at least 4 separate places?
What?
He's a missing children's incident kid, he sliced his face off in FNAF VR with a paper cutter, he's a security guard from the FNAF 2 paychecks, and, oh yeah, he's in the latest Fazbear Frights book. So yeah, those are the 4 instances that I can just remember off the top of my head. So forgive me if I'm in need of a bit more proof here before I call this one confirmed. So I kept digging. First, it's worth noting that in a previous theory, I suspected that the princess was actually meant to be a stand-in for Vanessa. You see, Security Breach isn't the first time that we've actually seen the Princess Quest minigame. It originated as part of the mobile port for FNAF VR when they needed some way of telling Vanessa's story. Instead of finding 16 glitching cassette tapes like in the original FNAF VR, mobile port has a blank Princess Quest 1, lining 16 braziers to eventually find the layer of Glitch Trap. Interestingly though, digging through that game's files reveals that the princess character wasn't labeled as Cassidy. This is a new thing for Security Breach.
This is breaking, kind of. Windows 11 is buggy.
Princess Quest games to look at suddenly takes on a different meaning. We played Princess
Need
Quest
to
while
fix
being
it.
hunted down by black glitchy rabbit creatures. These things are clearly working for Glitch Trap, but if that's the case, why would he be sending them to attack you? If the princess is truly meant to be a stand-in for Vanessa finding the tapes, wouldn't he want Vanessa to find them so she comes under his control? Rabbits attacking doesn't make sense. However, if we consider the Golden Princess to instead be Cassidy, back from the dead once more to try and stop William for good, then of course, Billy Afton would do everything he can to stop the princess. I also think that each Princess Quest represents a different phase of Cassidy's experience quite nicely.
What
In the first one, Cassidy is helpless, an innocent, helpless child lured to a back room and killed by a monster that loses
Well,
the shadow.
but
So by Princess Quest
we've
3,
made some music.
not just fighting back, but doing it in the same location that we walked through in FNAF VR. Notice the large central stage, the prize corner back behind us, and a rounded side stage to the left. Now, this is an important detail because as we see at the end of FNAF VR, we're playing in the location of the missing children's incident. Glitch Trap lures us to the back room only to shove our dead body into Freddy's suit while he dances around. This is Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, where the initial 5 kids, including Cassidy, first went missing. Cassidy's story truly comes full circle. Through Princess Quest 3 the first time, I also thought it was unusual to have a giant Chica face looming in the background watching us. Like, why? Seriously, why? You don't just do that for decoration. And then I remembered this line from Ultimate Custom Night. I was the first. I've seen everything. This means that Susie, the spirit inside of Chica, saw the deaths of everyone else, meaning that she was probably watching as Cassidy was killed. Hence why she, of all the characters, would be the one watching us in this moment. So the file name matches, the color matches, the narrative arc makes sense as we revisit important locations from Cassidy's past, but that's not all. Elsewhere in the files, there's another piece of glitch text, similar to the text that we originally saw in the Glitch Trap in Princess Quest 1, but this time it's much shorter. It'd be hard to decipher it, we had just decoded Captain's text before, but we did. And using that code, we're able to translate these dots as "it's me," the iconic phrase that we've seen every time Golden Freddy has been present throughout the series. Last but not least, Cassidy being here just makes sense for the story. Whenever there's William, Cassidy is close behind. Hence the whole vengeful part of Vengeful Spirit. This is something that we actually see in the Fazbear Frights books, specifically the story The Man in Room 1280. In this story, we get a ruined, burned William Afton dying on a bed, haunted by an angry spirit named Andrew with curly black hair wearing an alligator vest. This very clearly is meant to be the book stand-in for Cassidy. In a previous story, Andrew outright says, quote, "I do remember wanting to get back at someone who hurt me. I think I attached myself to him. I got into his soul. Made sure he couldn't move on when he should have died. I remember I wanted him to suffer the way he made me suffer." Basically, the two are inseparable. Andrew grafted himself onto Afton, and now their souls are mixed. So consider this. Glitch Trap was created when a bunch of circuit boards were scanned into a system to create a video game.
They sent us that stuff in the first place with no explanation. It was just junk. Circuit boards and things like that. Somehow, though, there was usable code in some of it.
If Cassidy was truly attached to Afton, then Cassidy's spirit would also likely be in those circuit boards, thereby creating a digital version of her, aka the princess. So yeah, I feel pretty darn confident that that is indeed
This is heating up. Hold up. I'm gonna save this.
King is actually old man. Sure, I guess
save this.
Demons. Unless, of course, you want to take my sword and go ham on him. Anyway, so what does it all mean? Why is this important at all? Well, it gives us a rationale.
We're gonna have to download Bandicoot. But if you want to hear it, this is it.
Where she turns good and joins you to eat ice cream cones. But really, it's a pretty weird logical leap that playing a few random arcade games somehow gets this young woman free of the virus that's infected her brain. But now, it makes a bit more sense. At the end of Princess Quest 3, we confront a large security door that's covered in purple goo, only to get a blood-curdling scream. That goo tells us that it's Glitch Trap behind the door. It even has a glowing set of eyes on the left-hand side, which, if you squint, kinda looks like a rabbit head. This kind of goo wasn't present in the identical door within Help Wanted, implying that he is now in control. So when Cassidy unlocks the door and goes in, the digital scream that we hear from the other side is Glitch Trap dying, crying out as Cassidy delivers the killing blow and maybe, hopefully, finally, putting both of their souls to rest. Security Breach to me has been the story about endings. Throughout all of my Security Breach theories thus far, we focused heavily on the idea of characters coming full circle, giving closure to them and ending their parts within the FNAF storyline. The crying child and missing children got their closure back in FNAF 3's Happiest Day. Henry and the puppet got their closure in the FNAF 6 ending. If I'm right about my theories, then the rebuilt Afton kids get their closure on the hillside and getting ice cream here in Security Breach. And now Cassidy. While all the other dead kids in the series have been able to move on, Cassidy has always remained, always trying to chase Afton down, torturing him in purgatory for what he's done, so driven by anger and revenge that she couldn't let go. So this feels like a great ending to this chapter in the series. Finally, Cassidy gets to join the others and rest, putting aside their
That's a cool theory, game theory with the Rafton and the Cassidy and that stuff. I hate FNAF. I was just kidding. Now we're gonna talk about the new features, like a simpler way to stay in touch.
Hydrogen and coal gas, which allow them to fly higher and further.
No, not that.
But at the expense of being
Bring bouncer. You can organize open windows. Like open Windows 10s? Wait, so if you have two windows, like Windows... How do I do it, though?
And the Mario Party series is full of games where Mario attaches balloons to his body so it can hover in the air, skydive out of literal planes, even use them to send his loved ones into deadly free falls. Look at how happy he is after doing this. Dude has got something wrong with him. Wait, and when it comes to precision flying, we have mini games like this where Mario pilots a balloon-based vehicle to avoid an oncoming cannon fire from his friends. When it comes to balloons, Mario is tough to beat. Sonic, though, is also a balloon expert. Probably the most notable appearance is in Sonic Lost World, a game that, much like the Wii U platform it was released on, is mostly forgotten at this point. This game was good. Basically Sonic's version of Mario Galaxy. The most notable thing about it was that it had some of the coolest crossover levels ever as Sonic ran through both Yoshi's Island and Legend of Zelda themed levels. Yeah, that is Sonic homing, attacking Astolfos, and collecting rupees instead of rings. Super cool stuff there. Anyway, in the game there are these remote control vehicles that are created by Chaos. In order to make them, you had to collect materials from the Nintendo 3DS version of Sonic Lost World, build them, then transfer your creation to the Wii U version of the game. It was a dumb system, but it allowed the player to craft remote-controlled balloon vehicles that could then fly around the levels. Vehicles that also had to be very precise in their controls in order to fly around the various obstacles. Looking at both competitors' experience here, I think we have to give the win to Mario. He's better with a wider variety of balloons, he knows enough about them to leap out of a plane using a balloon as a parachute, and, unlike Sonic, his balloons don't seem to be remote-controlled by an off-screen player too, which seems like something that might be disqualified by the judges. Just be careful of those fireballs, Mario. Those balloons are combustible. Anyway, that brings our running score to 4-3 in favor of the plumber. Now, we can go back and forth like this all day and have another dozen episodes on this darn series, so I think it's time that we just make it into a speed round. Forgotten Olympic sports, let's go! Fishing from 1900. Mario fishes a lot in the Mario Party series, whereas Sonic, yeah, Sonic fishing was in fact a thing, but we never actually see Sonic fishing in it. The whole thing feels like Sonic deciding to try fishing, buying a $200 fishing rod, and then getting bored after 15 seconds. Leave the fishing to Big the Cat there, Sonic. This one goes to Mario. Bowling from the 1988 games. Sonic can be seen bowling in Sonic Bowling, while Mario does bowling in various Mario Party titles. Technically, Mario has more complicated bowling games, but he also uses a ball that he can apparently remote control from the sideline, so I don't know, gotta call this one a draw. Cricket from the 1900 Olympic Games. This one is solidly in favor of the blue blur. Sonic Cricket actually exists. It's a game that was exclusive to India for Sonic's 20th anniversary. Mario has played almost every sport, but cricket is one that he missed. Probably couldn't figure out the rules. Point Sonic. Firefighting. Yep, this was actually part of the Olympics back in 1900. And though I'm sure Sonic would do a bang-up job dashing around to put out the fires with pure speed, but if they were forced to use traditional methods like humans are, thanks to Super Mario Sunshine, Mario takes this one hands down. Gaelic football, which is kind of like a combination of American football and soccer. Now,
What was I doing?
Series, but
I'm just gonna cut that out, don't worry.
Outside of that specific franchise of games. For instance, Mario has his own set of soccer games, Super Mario Strikers and Mario Strikers Charge, along with there actually being a football game that was in development at one point for him. So this guy's familiar with
name this window, but why can't I name this window?
Mega Man had a soccer game. Anyway, Sonic and friends do play soccer in one episode of the Sonic Boom series. And they're not very good, nearly getting beaten by their evil robot doppelgangers. The only way they're able to win is by... roll the clip. Oh, Sonic, what have they done to you? Anyway, based on that, I have to give the Gaelic football win to Mario, as well as any other football-related events that have been cancelled from the past, like American football and Australian football. Sonic and Mario both have tennis games, with Sega Superstars Tennis and the Mario Tennis series.
Well, can't do that.
An event like Jeu de Paume from 1908, which was a precursor to modern-day tennis, would likely end in a draw. Korfball, meanwhile, a Dutch ball game similar to basketball, would likely go to Mario thanks to his game Mario Hoops 3-on-3, and thanks to Sonic's complete lack of any basketball-related experiences. And last, but certainly not least, there have been a number of hand-to-hand combat demonstration events over the years, like Savat, Glimma, and Budo, which I believe would actually go to Sonic. Sure, both characters take part in Super Smash Bros., but Sonic actually has 2 additional fighting games under his belt, Sonic Battle and Sonic the Fighters. Thus, 3 points over to him. And there you have it, the grand conclusion. Mario comes out on top with the most gold medal wins. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that I'm probably biased, that I went into this trying to to prove that Mario was better than Sonic, that I chose events that would purposefully make Sonic look bad because that's kind of my whole thing on this channel. I'm always dunking on Sonic for some reason. But the truth is, Sonic was always destined to lose. Looking at the results, Sonic may indeed be the fastest thing alive, but Mario is just a more well-rounded character. His franchise has spawned so many sport-related spin-off titles, and the Mario Party series can literally throw anything at him at any moment. So it's no wonder that when it comes to these old, weird, off-the-wall Olympic Games, where you're trying to do everything from flying balloons to solo synchronized swimming, he's the one who's gonna come out on top. Sonic would be great at the real Olympic Games, you know, the ones that require actual speed and endurance. But for the games that have been lost to time largely because they lack all of that stuff, yeah, Mario is gonna take the pop stuff. And as far as the actual Olympics go, hey, as your ratings continue to suffer,
Hold up. I'm gonna do something. It says there's a new feature called multitasking, but this was in Windows 10, so what takes the point? Okay. Wonderful world of widgets. They brought widgets back from Windows Vista. Yep.
Sonic, did you know that Geico, our sponsor for today's episode, could help you save money on boat insurance? Oh, I think I'm gonna puke. But I don't have a boat. Oh, I suppose that makes sense. I know you're not the biggest fan of water. RV? Nope. How about like a condo or an apartment? Dude, I live in a burrow. It's literally a hole in the dirt. Well, I would say that they could save you money on your car insurance, but someone as fast as you would never need it. Now we're talking. Wait, why do you have a car again? And they have an app too? It just takes 15 minutes to get a quote. Now that's
So we're gonna get the widget.
Game Theory.
New desktops?
Welcome to Film Theory, the show that...
What the frick is a new desktop?
No, sorry. Welcome to Game Theory. Apologies if I'm getting my wires crossed today. The past 2 years, I've done 4 Sonic videos, and 3 of them over on our sister location of Film Theory. Yeah, 3 videos from one stinking Sonic movie. Really did milk that one dry, didn't we? Anyway, it's good to be back here on the video game side of things, back where it all began. We've tackled the subject of Sonic speed a lot over the years, and I have to admit, I've been pretty hard on the old blue blur. First, we concluded that he isn't actually the supersonic hedgehog that he claims to be. Then we concluded that his running would completely destroy his fragile body. Then we proved that his Chaos Emeralds aren't even emeralds. Even I start to get tired of being a naysayer after being a franchise for so long. So you know what? New resolution.
Oh, so what do I do?
So
hold up.
I'm gonna stop being a naysayer. I'm gonna be pro-Sonic. I'm gonna take a page from Jim Carrey's playbook and try to come up with a theory where I say yes. Yes, man. Wow. Today, I'm gonna be Sonic's yes man. A yes mat, if you will. So, what part of the Sonic lore can I try to prove with actual science? And to show that I'm trying to stay impartial and abandon any previous biases I might have
what
against this
does
character,
it do? Does it stop recording the other desktop? I don't know what's happening. I don't know. Hold up. If I change
the time travel in Sonic CD.
You've got to be kidding me. We're going to talk about that Sonic game? The one with time travel, where Sonic can travel back and forth between the future, the past, and the present. Do I even have to start with all the paradoxes that would... No, new Mad Pat Bat. We're going to try to say yes today. I am sure that if we just dig into the science, we can find some sort of justification for Sonic's ability to travel through time. Now, for those of you asking, was that really part of Sonic canon? The answer is yes. Might not have experienced it firsthand since it only appeared in Sonic CD. Well, that and as a cameo in Sonic Mania, which maybe a lot of you did play. But Sonic CD is the game where it's one of the main gameplay mechanics. Sonic starts off in the present, but by speeding past signs, either labeled past or future, he can travel to the past or future versions of those stages. The first time Sonic travels to the future, he finds himself in a ruined and decayed world, and the main goal of the game is to change the timeline by collecting enough time stones. Basically the plot of Avengers Endgame, except with a blue protagonist looking to collect a bunch of multicolored gems. Oh my gosh, Sonic CD is just Avengers Endgame, isn't it? So let's start with what's probably the least
this is... I don't know what difference is. I did no use at all. Whatever. But I'm gonna put this widget over here. I mean, this widget
is actually supported by the scientific concept known as time dilation. Something that I talked about way
that photo?
back in episode 1. ton of game theory. By the way, do not go back there for your own sanity. It is not a pretty place. Though, you gotta admit, it was a pretty ballsy move of 2011 MatPat to try and add a special relativity for the very first episode of this little show about video games. Anyway, I've gotten a lot better at explaining things since then, and to be honest, episodes have gotten a lot longer since episode 1, so I've got more time to explain it. So, you know what? Let's take another crack at it. Let's start with an easy example, shall we? You and your buddy Sonic the Hedgehog are jogging along the side of the road.
Whatever, let's put this on the...
5 miles an hour or 8 kilometers per hour. Sonic at 50 miles per hour.
There's no way to put this on OneDrive,
the
but...
cars driving past you are moving at 60 miles
You
an
can
hour
add
or
widgets.
96 kph. So, from your perspective, those cars are traveling 55 miles an hour, 88 kph. Their
Yeah, I
speed
can't.
minus your speed. From Sonic's much faster perspective, the cars are traveling a lot slower.
Entertainment.
10 miles per hour, 16 kph.
What does the entertainment
That
widget?
is the principle of relativity. The car is always traveling the same speed, but relative to me, it seems to be going much faster than it is relative to sun. But you see, light works differently, and here's where special relativity comes in. The speed of light is constant, no matter what frame of reference you're referring to. Whether you're standing there, or you're running at 5 miles per hour, or heck, Sonic's over there running at 95% the speed of light, it doesn't matter. Light will always seem to be moving at the same speed. But how can that be? Surely, if you and Sonic are moving at different speeds, then you perceive moving light differently, the same way you perceive that moving car differently, right? Well, you would think that, but that's just not how it works in the real world. A quick example. Literally. The speed of light is roughly 300 million meters per second, right? So let's say that you're staying still and you observe light for 1 second. You see it travel 300 million meters. But let's say Sonic is running really, really fast. Say half the speed of light, 150 million meters per second, and he sees that same light.
This,
Well,
but
the
why?
light's still the same speed. 300
I don't
million
like
meters per
Windows
second.
11
For that
anymore.
to happen in a second,
It doesn't
has to
seem as
travel
cool.
whatever speed
Yes,
you're
new
running
Windows.
so
There's
fast
nothing
that
new,
it seems
cool
to
and
pass
new
the
about it.
blink of an eye,
It's
like
just
seeing Sonic
Windows.
isn't likely to happen unless he finds some way to
Are you guys
surpass
hungry?
the
10
Or not
points.
we all know,
001.
saying it
Huh?
for the better part of the past decade, I don't think
What?
video game Sonic is that fast.